back to Ang Ang Tarot channel, and today we will do another pick a card reading, which to answer the question what you should do right now. So in front of me there are four piles, and remember this is like for the one who is in any kind of situation that they want to have a solution, a clear solution, or like a way, a method, or a guidance like how to solve this problem and how to get out of this stuck situation. So it can be anything like family, relationships, love, work, study, or the next step into changing your life. So here are four piles in front of me, and today we are also do a little bit different. In front of me there are four runes letter, uh, which is each of them has the separate meaning. For example, for the first one, the first rune letter is protection. The second rune letter is wealth. The third rune letter is journey. And the fourth rune letter is gift. So just take a moment, pause the video if you want to, and just try to really focus on which pile that you attracts to the most. Alright, so let's get the reading started. Remember, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go ahead to the reading. So hello, pile number 1, for who of you chose the first one, which is protection. So you may be in a situation where you feel unsafe, you feel not trustable, you feel not so sure about the situation, and you want a guidance to feel more safe, feel more peaceful, and it can solve the problem. It can stop your anxiety. So let's get started. I have for you right here is the two cards that can depict the core or the hint for you that how can you solve the problem. This is the three cards from the Good Tarot for your advice. This is the card from the Power Goddess Oracle to have the message from a direct goddess for you. And these 9 cards are like specifically describe how can you get out of this situation. So let's get started. So I have for you from the Mucha Tarot is first one, 6 of Wands, 9 of Wands, wow, the Star, Strength, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Chariot. For the 3 cards for your advice is Nine of Air, 3 of Earth, and 5 of Fire. For the from the Power Goddess Oracle I have for you is Goddess Sophia, which is the divine wisdom. And the key elements that can help you solve your problem is from the Lenormand is house and tree. So house and tree talking about like a tree house or a stable health, or a situation that like where the house needs to be repaired, or you need to change the house, you need to redecorate the house. It relates to your house, your family, your origin, your base. So what should you do now? You may be stuck in the situation whether or not this is a family or a love relationship, that you know for sure that you're always right, but this is look like you are under the spell of the gaslighting method. It feels like you feel that like you are right, but sometimes you do not judge your opinion. You do not trust your opinion. You start to judge your own opinion. It's like whether or not we are right or we are wrong, because somebody has been gaslighting you. Uh, to say that maybe you are with a toxic people, a toxic person or a narcissist. Like whenever you do that, they always do the opposite to question you. Like, am I like are you doing something wrong, or or do you start to forget everything, or do you start to lie? Because for example, if you say that, but you said that like 3 days ago, and you don't have any evidence, so that the other person can say that no, I never say that to you, what is happening with you? And so it starts to freak your mind, and you start to question yourself and doubt your judgment, doubt your opinion. Is like, maybe he doesn't say that or something. It makes you judge yourself, it makes you have to be suspicious about yourself, and it is a very toxic situation to be like that. The longer you're being with someone who is gaslighting you, like the like in the end when they like no longer be with you, or in the end you may however end up breaking up or like leaving them, you cannot function like normally anymore, and you start to doubt yourself, you start to judge up about yourself, about everything. You start to be indecisive, and you do not know what is right, what is wrong anymore. You lose all of your morals. So very toxic kind of situation. But but you realize something, you realize that maybe you're being played, maybe you're being like something is wrong there, because you listen to the inner voice inside your soul, you listen to the signs from the universe. And what should you do now is to lift up all that burdens inside you, because you know that you are right, and that is your rule, that is your mindset. And if anyone do not agree with it, and somehow it's still like it's still right, it's not violate any law, but it's just your opinion, stick with that opinion. Don't doubtful about yourself, don't change the opinion because somebody say that is wrong. And lift up all your burden like this, and just peacefully walk out of the situation and hope for the best. Gather all of your courage right here, and to slowly detach from that toxic relationship. Maybe this is a family member, so that's why you have to learn how to cope with it, learn how to survive through the storm, survive slowly through the storm. Because right now you cannot like get away from that member, you are still under that member. Maybe your father, mother, brother, sister, the one who is like responsible for taking care of you. So that's why you cannot like detach from them right now, but it takes time to be detached. So you have to cope with it, but be careful not to lose your identity. Four pentacles, three of pentacles, and the chariot. And just slowly work up about yourself. The more you gather, the more you notice the signs, the more you stack up about strong, like you're being strong in your own materialistic world. The no longer you being dependent on the other family member to be living with, and you are like independent, you can go outside to work or cooperate with something else. It's time to move. That is the specific description of what you should do. Just slowly realize, slowly pick up the signals. It's like trust yourself more when you say something, because you believe in that. It doesn't mean right or wrong. For example, I believe that it is how can I say, I believe that love is like letting each other to be free. Love is to not like chain anybody down, and just helping develop each other and let each other free. But the other person may argue with you back. It's like no, love has to be protective, love has to be keeping the other one like around you all the time, and to protect them from the bad thing. Yeah, and it's like, and then they will say something like, no, but you remember that you did that, so you protect me, so you're holding me by your side. You get jealous, so you cannot say that love is freedom. So it, they try to twist your mind to make you believe that you are absolutely wrong, and then start from that moment. And when they successful for the first time, they skip to continue for the second, the third, fourth, until you start to dependent on them to be judgment about something, that you rely on their judgment to make a decision, and that's how they can manipulate you to do everything that they want. Maybe they start to make you feel guilty, and then because you can act to redeem yourself from that guilty, so that's why you can do anything that they told you to. Toxic, very toxic. So what you can do to, this is a specific description to what you can do, and three cards right here is the advice to boost up your progress, like what you can do to be like faster, to get out of this faster. Nine of air, three of earth, and five of fire. Start an argument. Start to, the description right here doesn't advise you to start a fight or start an argument, because it may freak your mind. You can slowly work in silence, like build up slowly, like getting out detached from that situation. But if there is a thing that is over your barrier, over your limitations of taking BS to yourself, my advice to you also just to act up, just to fight them, just to like raise your voice for them to hear that you are no longer under their spell. You have your own opinions, you have your own rights, and you have the rights to live the life that the way you should be. No, like as long as you do not harm anyone or do anything that violate to the law, that violate to other people's benefits, you have the right to do that. You have that freedom to do that. And also the goddess in your power right now is Sophia, which is the divine wisdom. Trust your own divine wisdom. Trust the signs that you see. Don't just always listen to other people. Only listen to other people when there are so much voices from different people start to complain to you about the same thing. For example, when people start to complain that you talk a little bit too much, for example, one person, two persons, three persons you can ignore, but four, five, six, 7 persons keep telling you that maybe you should reconsider yourself. Maybe you're really talkative. Maybe you really talk a lot. But if only one person saying like that, but you don't feel like that, you don't feel like you are guilty about that, you ask someone else, and you ask someone else, someone that you really trust beside that person, so you can see the wider view of other people's opinions on you, and then you start to regain your own identity back. Wow, pile number one, this is a really tough situation, and I hope you're getting out of it as soon as possible, because this is freaked up. This is very freaked up situation, and most of the time the family member who is the toxic member who always subconsciously shape ourselves into be a negative and a codependent person. But you don't have to be. If you see the signs already, just take the signs and get out of here. Okay, part number one, this is the first time. I don't hope it resonates with you, because I really don't want anyone to be in this situation. But if you're really in this situation, then I'm glad this resonates with you, because it shows you the advice, it shows you the way, somehow the idea to get out of it, like the first step to get out of it. And if you want a private reading with me regards to this question, everything that you need to contact me in the description. Please like this video, like if when you go back and this really what is happening and you successful from getting out this situation, please give video a like. Only then give this video a like. I really appreciate you, and I wish that I can share your situation right now. because I understand it. It really sucks when you start to doubting yourself. And please subscribe to my channel because I do new video every day with every message that you can possibly think of. And if you want to recommend an interesting topic that I can do a pick a card reading, please be my guest. I'm more than happy and more than welcome. But for now, I will see you in the next reading. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 2. For who of you chose this rune letter, which is wealth? Here is a reading for you. Here I will have for you is the core element that can help you to have a hint about how to solve the problem. 3 cards right here is how to boost up or how to faster the progress of solving the problem. The advice from the goddess. And 9 cards right here is the specifically detailed description on how you to get out of that situation. So let's get started, shall we? I have for you right here is Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Chalices, 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of conflict happening. 2 of Pentacles, King of Chalices, Wheel of Fortune, Death, and the Emperor. So for the 3 cards for your advice is Ace of Water, Justice, and 2 of Earth. There are 2 of Earth in the 2 different decks, here and here. 2 of Earth or 2 of Pentacles. It's the same thing. And from the Goddess Oracle I have for you is, excuse me, sorry about this. Okay. From the Goddess Oracle I have for you, Goddess Lian, Patterns. And the core element that can help you to solve this problem is from the Lenormand cards is Garden and Clouds. So there will be a dispute, there will be a fighting in the public, or something like problem happening to an event, to a public gathering. So what can you do to get out of this situation? I really think the problem that you have right now is related to money, because the rune letter that you chose also talking about wealth. So, and the first card appear is the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you are doing a lot of things right now. Maybe work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, or work 1 full-time job, 1 part-time job. It's like you do anything that you can to gain more money as much as possible. But this came with a price, that at first you will get distracted because you cannot fully focus on one work. So the efficiency of each work is decreased, and it affects to your authority, it affects to your reputation. And also because of that, because you are handling a lot of things, you are like stuck, you are stacking the stress like one by one, and that's why there are a lot of fightings, which is 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands is right there. Fighting, but you feel like you are a loser, no one listen to you. You feel stressed, you feel like overwhelmed, a lot of things keep coming on you and just stack up on you, and a lot of discussion, a lot of fighting, a lot of objection. What you should do right now is to go through all those fights, accept that maybe sometimes your opinion is not going to be heard. Try to focus one at a time, evaluate things again, reevaluate things, and just be more sympathy when you approach a problem, when you approach even your work, and let the divine trust the divine that will give you sign on which way you should go to. And you need to accept that you will lose something, but in the other side you can gain more focus on to perfect anything else that you have chosen to be to, to state, and you can own it. And you have to own it, you have to own what you do, like in the best performance, like never before. So that is the description on how I think this is a work or study related. So three cards right here is how you can boost up the progress. Ace of Water, try to be more sympathy, try to treat people with more light-hearted, with more empathy, with like emotional approach. Justice and Two of Earth, again, reevaluate things, and just do the right things. Don't pick up fights because you based on your negative vibe. Just do, like, if you are wrong, accept the fact that you are wrong, and if you are right, accept the if you are right, just raise your voice and just state out the evidence and try to convince people, not force people. Or don't try to do anything that out of the law, because this is not a good time to do it. You will be easily stressful more, and you can easily freak things up if you try to sneak under the law. And I really think that to faster the progress, you should do this first, like try to ease people first. Approach the problem with a light-hearted aspect more than the logical and the hard aspect. And then do the right thing, not the thing that you think is right. Do the right thing, not the thing that you think is right. That is very important. I have to repeat. And two of us start to evaluate whether or not you should get rid of some of the work that you are doing and assign it to other persons to, to try to focus on your things more. The core element that can, like, that gives you a hint about how to solve this problem is garden and this I already said. Sorry, my mind is like, when I'm too much focused on describe the cards, I forget. I just afraid that I will forget some of the cards. Don't mind about it. Okay, about the goddess, the message from goddess Lin, patterns. Lin is talking about like some patterns need to be cut off. Yeah, goddess Ellen, goddess Lin. Familiar patterns show up when you fall asleep at the wheel of your life, or when you expect things to be a certain way of habit. Whatever conditions are recurring for you right now, you are being invited to see them as an opportunity to move beyond the limits of your expected disappointment or habitual behavior. If you do what you have always done, then you can expect the same patterns to continue. If you don't want to repeat a lesson or find yourself back on the same path with the same people, same conditions and results, then you must choose to think, do, and be differently. So re-evaluate things. Try to be more empathy, sympathetic with other persons. Change, and then you will see the different outcome. Not stuck in like this situation anymore. And also prevent to any situation like this in the future also. So, pile number 2. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope that you are satisfied with your reading, and if it resonates with your situation, please give this a like, and please subscribe to my channel because I will do new video every day. Pick a card reading in any kind of topics ever. And you can recommend me an interesting topic for my next pick a card reading down in the comment section. uh, and you can also, of course, I'm more than happy to read your feedback and your support. I love to read them all the time, and you guys are the lovely viewers of mine always. And I hope that you're doing well in your situation. You can get out of this situation sooner than you think. And I will talk to you on the next one. And if you are still stuck, you want to be more like insight about the situation and more specific advice, please uh, all information from my private reading is in my description, and you are free to look at it and choose what kind of services you want to be ordered from me. So thank you, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 3. For who of you chose this rune letter, which is journey? Here is your reading. So right here I have two Lenormand cards for the hint for a specific event or object that can help you to solve the problem. Three cards right here from the Good Tarot is to how can you speed up your progress of getting out of this situation. A card right here is from the Goddess Power. And 9 cards right here is two specific details about how you can get out of this situation. What should you do right now? So here we go. I have for you 4 of Swords, Hangman, Knight of Swords, Knight of Chalices, Knave of Chalices, sorry, Strength, 7 of Cups, Death, Queen of Swords, and 2 of Chalices. Okay, or 2 of Cups. Yeah. The 3 card advice for you for boosting up this progress is the Hermit, Lovers, and Messenger of the Earth. From the Goddess Oracle I have for you is Goddess Gaia, which is also the Earth Goddess from the Greek mythology. And the 2 cards from Lenormand, which can help you a hint in order to solve the problem, is Coffin and Book. It means that it's time to reveal the secret. Okay, let's see how can you get out of this situation. What you should do right now. 4 of Swords is talking about someone who is like slowly analyze about a situation, and Hangman is to talk about someone who is try to see the situation in a different perspective. Knight of Swords and Knave of Chalices is talking, maybe this is also maybe like you are like in a fight, but not so much a serious fight, but you still don't know what to do yet with your lover or your friend. And it seems like you are being so sensitive, a little bit sensitive and a little bit harsh on the other person, that that it makes them hurt, and it makes them like feel that you are not respect them enough, you are not like treasure them enough, and they feel isolated. They feel like they start to like think about themselves again, whether or not like whether or not they do something wrong. And then you want to open, it's like you want to open up to them again, like by apologize, by saying sorry, by telling them that how much that they're valuable to you. But this thing is like needs to take time because they are still in the hurt period. They do not get over it yet, so you have to gather up strength, all the strength that you have, and you have to consider all of the options that you have, like how you can apologize them, how you can like do something for them. And I really think that the only thing that you can prove to them that you are no longer that you realize how valuable they are and you will never do something like that again is to prove to them that you are changing. That's why the death card is right there. And Queen of Swords also is like you start to turn on your logical minds more when you say something. Maybe you are the person who is in a negative mood, in a negative vibe. You are starting to say something that you really don't want to act out of your tantrum, and it accidentally hurt people. And and then the last card about Two of Chalices is to just to celebrate that they are still there with you, they are still in a relationship, they are still in a friendship with you, and just try to celebrate with them. Just try to spoil them a little bit, try to get along with them, start to talk with them again, and tries to make everything normal. And of course, you have to embrace your mistakes in the past and try everything to fix it, anything to prevent yourself from doing that again. And they also love you. That's why they will start to believe in you again. And the speed up. How can you speed up this progress is to be the hermit, which is to be having your own personal space, like really deeply thinking about what you can do, like like where, why are you wrong, and how can you like redeem yourself to them because you freak up this time. And just love each other unconditionally. When things that you act based on unconditional love, it's like you can never fake it, and the other person just know immediately whether or not it's genuine, especially when he or she is in the situation of being hurt. And Messenger of Earth is like to slowly build up, slowly regain the trust. You can never rush this kind of progress because trust, as you know, when it is broken, it is very hard to gain it back. Gaia, Earth goddess from the mythology, is talking about like when you are nurturing, caring, and when you act all of things based on your true soul, based on your like like highly self, most positive vibe, and just give the unconditional love to other people, you will start to bloom yourself also. Giving is receiving, forgiving is learning. So try to prove yourself to the other person that you are very sorry, and you prove by the act, not only by the words. And you can do anything like to make them feel valuable and gain their trust again, because you appreciate them to be in a relationship, and you know that you are wrong already. A secret to be revealed right here, I think, is, and it's time to review. Maybe in a relationship you used to like hiding your emotions from your significant other because you don't want to be seem so weak, and the other person keeps misunderstanding, thinking that you don't love him or her. and and by this time, by this like happening, they confirm their thinking. It's like maybe you really don't love them at all. That's why you act like that, that's why you say those words, that's why you do something like that. So the secret reveal right here is just to reveal yourself to your significant other. Is if you want this relationship to be worked out in a long term, there's no reason to hide. Yeah, pile number 3. That's all I have for you from today's reading. I hope it resonates with you. If it resonates, please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do pick a card reading every day with any kind of topics. And if you want to have a more private reading to get in depth about how you can get out of this situation, please don't feel hesitate to contact me with the information in the description. And you are welcome, more than welcome, to recommend me any kind of topic that you want for my next pick a card reading. I really appreciate that, and I always appreciate all your support and feedback from me. Thank you, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye bye. Welcome, part number 4 to your reading. For who of you chose this runic letter, which is represent the gift? Here is your reading. So I have for you right here is 2 cards from the Lenormand, which is will talk about the hints, the core elements that can help you solve this problem. 3 of the cards can boost up your performance in how to solve this problem. Goddess Power Oracle card to give you a specific advice. And this is a 9 cards, which is described very details, very precisely on how you can deal with the problem. So let's get into your reading. Okay, I have for you right here is the World, 9 of Spirals or 9 of Wands, the Sun, 6 of Stones or 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Mirrors or 8 of Water, Golden Flower, which is a sunflower, Temperance, 5 of Scrolls, which is 5 of Swords, Death. Every pile today is like I remember every pile has the card Death because something needs to be changed within themselves. And 10 of Stones. We have 3 cards for your advice is from the Good Tarot is 5 of Water, 9 of Water, and Queen of Earth. From the Goddess Power Oracle, I have for you is the White Buffalo Calf Woman, Reverence. And for the Lenormand, I have for you the 2 cards right here is Cross and Crossroad. Wow. Okay, I will talk about the 2 Lenormand cards first. Cross and Crossroad represent a difficult decision that needs to be made. So, what should you do now to get out of this situation? I think it's time to let go. And the tough decision right here is to let go because you have been so much burden just being cling on that. Just let go and turn into the butterfly. Don't resist to the nature. It's time to let go. It's time for something to be let go, someone to be let go. You cannot do anything more. And just keep moving forward. 9 of Spirals is talking about a situation where you had enough. It seems like you had enough and you are drained energy and you keep on trying and trying and trying to survive, to prevent the thing to happen. But the fact is you can never resist. You can never like do reverse the thing that already been done. You can never put the winds back into the God's mouth. The wind's only blowing and blowing. You just live with it. You cannot fight it back. You cannot fight the wind to be back into the God's mouth. You just learn how to live with it and just keep moving forward. Sun and 6 of Stones is like just try to refine your life goal. Maybe it's been a long time since you forget your life goal. Maybe this is about a relationship. You two must be into a relationship for too long and you start to develop the codependency, and that's why when this person like decide to leave you, you feel like you have no place to go, nowhere to go, and no will to live. So that's why it is very essential and important to remember again like the life goal that you used to set maybe 5 years ago. What you want to do in your career, what do you want to become when you grow up. Just try to remember back those memories when you have some life goal for your own self, not for someone else. And 6 of Stones is to start to invest in yourself or into the life goals that you always wish for, but like temporarily forget. 8 of Mirrors, again talking about like completely walking out the situation and never gonna cling back again. because the situation has been done. You cannot reverse it back. And what is in the past is from the past right now, and the best you can do from it is to learn and to leave out of there. Temperance, just give yourself some times. You can leave, but no one forced you to leave by running, because it will make you feel more tantrum, more depression, more blaming about that. When you run, you get tired, and then you start to blame, because of that thing that makes me tired. But no, the fact is you forced yourself to overcome too fast. You force yourself to run too fast while you are not ready. That's why you're tired. It's not about the situation makes you tired. It's how you do it. It's the attitude. Just take it slowly, temperance, let it go over like the river flow, and then one day you just realize, wow, this is life. Things happening, things come, things go. But the best you can do is just thank you, life, for bringing all the lessons to me, for me to keep moving forward and to fully develop myself more and more every day. Like that is the spiritual message for you. I really think that the spirit really wants you to hear that right now. Five of Swords talking about like ending the conflict, but I really think that this is a conflict within yourself. This is an internal conflict. Like your heart says something, but your mind says something else. Your mind says, "No, that is stupid. Don't come back to him. Just don't try to get back together with him." But somehow your heart still link on those memories and try to ignore the mind's saying, the mind's advice. That, yeah, something needs to be changed. You need to change your habits. You change the habits is the first step to get over someone quicker, because maybe, for example, if your habit is to every morning wake up at that same time checking the phone whether or not the other person texts you, you have to get rid of that habit anymore, because I hate to say, but nobody's there anymore. They don't want you anymore. So if you really love yourself and yourself is really valuable, for the love of God, just let them go and find yourself someone more that values you more, that like stick with you through thick and thin. Like, and then like just try to get over it and not to reverse the thing, because you can never reverse something that already been done in the past. And Ten of Stones is talking about whether you should focus on your life goal, on your career, on your study, because you have a lot of work to do. I have to say, but you have been ignored them so long, and you start to getting lost. But it's never too late. It's still time to get back on the track and just finish your life goal, finish your destination, finish your destiny to become something in this world, rather than to become some codependent soul and keep on like trying to gain someone's back when they do not want you. That's the thing. How to speed things up? Love yourself more. The Knight of Water right here. Spiritual message that I tell basically in every kind of pick a card reading about self-love ever. When you stop loving yourself, you can never love someone else. That is the basic rule of the universe. Five of Water. Okay, you can be regret, you can be like in the mourning period for what you did. Maybe you did something wrong, of course, but when a relationship gets broken, everyone has to blame, because they have built it, they do not know how to build it, so everyone has to blame, not only you. So just be just be grateful, be regret, but learn from that regret and then move on, but no longer stick to the past. Queen of Earth, be down to earth, be practical, be logical, and start to focus on your career or your study again, because you have been neglecting it and try to postpone it so many times, and everything is on hold right now because of your collapse. So I will read the message from the White Buffalo Woman, and I really think that the hard decision, like it when the Lenormand appear to me, the hard decision needs to be made right now is to let go. And it seems like it's so hard for you right now to let go, because you still really appreciate and cling on to the past, whether that is in the past already. The past is in the past. Listen to Elsa. It's gone already, and there's no make no sense when you want someone that is not treasure you, not value you, when there are hundreds and thousands of guys out there who are willingly to do that. So White Buffalo Calf Woman talking about unconscious choices and behaviors may be causing a distortion in your world. Difficult feelings are part of the journey of self-discovery. You may have been conditioned to suppress what makes you uncomfortable in order to survive. You might have found yourself in a temporarily awkward place with someone and don't know what your next step would be. White Buffalo Calf Woman offers you this alignment task. Make the discomfort, awkwardness, and an uncomfortable sacred. Think of what would happen if you make what you consider a flaw, loss, or failure to a beautiful, integral part of the art of your life. This is a totally message from the White Buffalo Calf Woman about a blessing in disguise. The thing you see right now may be a broken thing, a lost thing because you just broken up, you just lost somebody. But it is really a blessing in disguise because one, maybe that person is not as good as you thought. Two, if you do not close the wrong door and get out of the wrong room, you can never find your true room, your true destination. Well, part number four, I really understand in a situation where the broken up has just happened. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of time and temperance and efforts putting into to overcome, especially with a long-term relationship. But I really hope that you're doing well, and I'm just appreciate and thankful for you to be here to listen to this reading from me. And if this resonates for you, please click one like for this video and subscribe to my channel because I do new video about pick a card reading every day. It can also boost your mood up. And if you want to have a more private reading with me regards to this question, every information is in the description, and don't hesitate to contact me. I will reply as soon as possible. And if you have any different topic that is interesting that you want to recommend me for my next pick a card reading, feel free to leave it under the comment section. I'm more than happy to take that and to make it like to become true. But for now, I will see you in the next reading, part number 4. I really wish you all the best and you're doing well in this situation. Bye bye.